Like, that's amazing. Okay, you want to know the most appalling thing of all that I heard recently? Was Sk8er Boi, the song. You know that song? The one by Alanis Morissette? I'm just kidding, 90s kids. No, like the Sk8er Boi, or was it 2000s? I don't know, it's the same decade, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm gonna read to you the lyrics to Sk8er Boi, because this is the most awful, horrible thing I have ever read in my life. Okay. I can't, it like hurts. It begins, he was a boy, she was a girl. Can I make it any more obvious? Already that's like one of the most presumptuous beginnings to a song that I could imagine, right? Because that doesn't say very much, because the boy could be a man who's overdrafted on his bank account, and the girl could be a lawyer who's representing the bank. That's actually not obvious what the context is here. So it goes on, he was a punk and she did ballet. What more can I say? A little more. There's a little more that you could say, but I'm starting to be able to wrap my head around what you're going for. Okay. He wanted her, she'd never tell, but secretly she wanted him as well. And I gotta say, that makes a lot of sense to me. Like, totally, I'm on board with this.
Blood and plunder.
Plunder. You know what, let's just get Deathwing out here. Nah, let's get that one out.
Job done.
Because things that when you're young and you like someone, one of the last things you do is tell them. Right? I would never, like, I like Nancy. So why don't you tell her? It's, no, but then she'd know. And it's just too much. It's too overwhelming. When you're an adult, if you like someone, you're like, I liked Nancy, so I went up to her and I said, hey. And then I took a long drag from a cigarette in the rain. It was black and white. The setting, all of it. This is a noir story. The rain was black and white, which is really fucked up if you think about it. But anyways, so, okay. He wanted her, she didn't tell. Secretly, she wanted him as well. All of her friends stuck up their nose. They had a problem with his baggy clothes. And I'm like, oh, okay, now I'm starting to get the story. He was a skater boy. She said, see you later, boy. He wasn't good enough for her. And I'm not, you know what I mean? But she's young. Yeah, I get it. You know, she had some feelings. She had a pretty face, but her head was up in space. She needed to come back down to Okay, so I get the song. She started off denying me this information, Avril did. But as time passed, Avril got to a point where she actually just said she liked him, he liked her, but she just was weird about it. Let's get a Deathwing out there, man. Okay, so at this point, I'm like, okay, that's totally fine. Now, I want to emphasize that this is about 40 seconds into the song, if that. Maybe it's even 30 seconds. We're so fast into the song. Okay? I'm going to start from the beginning, and we're going to read back everything we just read, and then we're going to see the escalation. You think I have a ramp in my deck. Wait till you hear this song. He was a boy, she was a girl. Can I make it any more obvious? He was a punk, she did ballet. What more can I say? He wanted her, she'd never tell that secretly she wanted him as well. But all of her friends, they stuck up their nose. They had a problem with his baggy clothes. He was a skater boy. She said, see you later, boy. He wasn't good enough for her. She had a pretty face for her. It was up in space. She needed to come back down to And then it goes, 5 years from now, she sits at home feeding the baby. She's all alone. She turns on TV, and guess who she sees? Sk8er Boi rocking on MTV. She calls up her friends they already know, and they've all got tickets to see his show. She tags along and stands in the crowd and looks up at the man that she turned down. Holy shit, we're only a minute into the song now. That was the next 20 seconds. Just like, His pants are baggy, and suddenly she's feeding a baby and sad about it. And there's actually not that much bad about having a baby for a lot of people.
I will fight with honor.
I must protect.
I will fight with Hodor. Ooh, I'm gonna kill these two. So she's just... So she's her life sucks. Everything's bad. She's unhappy. She finds out that a guy she used to have a crush on is popular now. So then he has Sk8er Boi. She said, "See you later, boy." He wasn't good enough for her. Now he's a superstar, slamming on his guitar. Does your pretty face see what he's worth? Can we just take a moment to note that that's where we went to? Oh, are you kidding me? Of course. Like, does your pretty face see what he's worth? So, like, you're not a worthwhile person? Or, I should say, you're definitely worthwhile if you're a rock star. Does that make sense to you, pretty girl?
For duty.
P.S. If you're pretty, you're gross. So then, it repeats the refrain again. He was a Sk8er Boi. She said, "See you later, boy." He wasn't good enough for her. Now he's a superstar, slamming on his guitar. Does your pretty face see what he's worth? Now, for context here, I was getting ready for work one morning. I put this on, and I just stopped. I'm sitting there, like, in a towel, just looking at my computer, just like... just shocked, just stunned. And it just keeps going. I'm actually not going to ask for communion. I mean, this hand is too good against a paladin. Okay, so it goes, "Sorry girl, but you missed out. Well, tough luck, that boy's mine now. We are more than just good friends. This is how the story ends. Too bad that you couldn't see the man that boy could be. There is more than meets the eye. I see the soul that is inside." And I'm like, Avril Lavigne! Like, okay, it starts off, two people on crushes each other, but they didn't do anything about it because popularity is a big deal. Totally get it. She has a baby and she's alone because she fucked up and she's sad. She's attending the concert. She's full of regret and she should feel that regret because she has a pretty face and she doesn't appreciate shit properly. And then verse 3, guess what, bitch? Ain't nobody coming back for you like Avril Lavigne. Oh my god, Avril? Jesus. Oh my god, that's awful. Oh my god. And we are more than just good friends. This is how the story ends. Oh my god, I have not had jealousy about a crush that didn't pan out in high school ever. That just hasn't happened to me. That entire emotional loop never, it hasn't jump-started me yet. So then it goes on. He's just a boy and I'm just a girl. Can I make it any more obvious? We are in love. Haven't you heard how we rock each other's world? Let's see some jousting. I'm with the Sk8er Boi. I said, "See you later, boy." I'll be backstage after the show. I'll be at the studio singing the song we wrote about a girl you used to know. Savage! And then one more. I'm with the Sk8er Boi. I said, "See you later, boy." I'll be backstage after the show. I'll be at the studio singing the song we wrote about a girl you used to know. Man, that was some savage shit. I mean, that like completely slipped my radar when I was in school. It just completely, whoosh, I just sang along. Because like when you're a kid and something horrible happens to someone who's in any way a villain, even a little bit, you're like, yeah, now I hope she dies! Because little kids are horrible people and they just wish misery upon everyone. Like the Roman Colosseum, I can just imagine it full of middle schoolers and it's still a man being torn apart by a lion and it's just present-day middle schoolers going, yeah, he's getting ripped apart, oh god, and you see what he's wearing? The way he laughed, he sounded like a girl. Like 7th and 8th graders are just the most vile, awful people in the whole world. And I totally was too. I couldn't, like, recall anything specific, but there's no way I wasn't.
Move quickly.
I mean, there is about a 0% chance, I would estimate.
Kill him! How? She's not with the Sk8er Boi!